Hello there, I'm Colonel Failure, and this is A-Train 9 version 3. What are we working on? So we've been expanding into a new area of town, where we're planning to district up. So we're working on this section right here, and right now what's going on is we've got a goods train doing a once-a-day shuttle out here. Now, why only once a day? Well, we want to make sure that we're not interfering. Let's have a look at this line here. So, these outer two tracks here service our passenger facilities, whereas the inner two, the inner four effectively, look after goods. This whole area will be turned into another district for housing and the like before too long. But right now it's still, it's multi-use. So there we go. That one charges out as soon as the passenger services clock off, which is rather splendid, really. I mean, I could have it so it's running all day on weekends, which would possibly do the job, but no, I'll leave it be. So yeah, so we're trying to get goods out to our new build here, which there we go. Getting goods out here, and you can see they're building up, and we've got a few plucky souls who have decided to take the plunge and build some houses. This is all really good. It's coming along, but obviously these things, they take a bit of time. Anyway, the objective here is to build a loop. So we're already running one circuit, and I had a thought that I raised in a previous video about the buildings that we've got going on, and how actually operating a loop in this game, unlike Train Fever, might actually be counterproductive. Loops in Train Fever are fantastic, they work really, really well. But due to the scheduling system and the fact that you don't want to run passenger services 24 hours a day because they're not profitable, in A-Train, you might be better off running point-to-point services. Which is an interesting notion. Oh, is this an actual... This is an actual computer-built... so the AI has decided it's going to sling up a high-rise. That's excellent. The question is, am I still delivering any supplies here? Because I'm not convinced that I am. Because if I'm not, then that's not going to get built. Where are we going? You're going out that way. And you're coming in this way. No, I don't. No, I'm not. Oh, hold on. Where are you off to? No, you're going back as well. All right. Okay. In which case, we'll put a special train in service for that. I think I've got some that are just sat around. There we go. Okay. Let's get him in. You can use this one, but I want you to firstly. Turn around, and then we'll timetable assistance. Okay, so once you get here, let's go. Let's load. Do I want to run time of day? No, just stop. We'll do a half-hour stop, and we'll go daily. Continuous. Now, where's this chap trying to pick up from? Where is he? He's over there. So he's at the next stop. So we don't stop here. We don't sort of pass through this one. This will do it. Okay, unload and back up once you're done. Excellent. Okay. What do we got here? Pass through. Yep. You take the branch, and then you go straight, and then you go straight. Yep. Okay, groovy. And then reverse, load. Everybody's happy. Off you trot. Okay, so he should now drop off enough goods to get that bit of skyscraper finished, which will be good. Where's he dropping him? He's dropping him in there. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's actually, I mean, that's a good demonstration of what my approach is going to be to kind of freight in the established districts for the future. We're going to try and do deliveries as they're needed, and then obviously once he's finished his job, we'll take him back off again. And he's not going to be making me any money while he's doing that, because it's quite a lengthy point-to-point process. But we're largely waiting for this high-rise here to be done. So there's our drop-off. Now, I had it suggested in comments, and I will do this because it's absolutely inspired as ideas go, of good places to place depots. I'll see if I can show you how it works. So this is a small depot, and normally, me being me, I'd just, I'd bang this down somewhere that was inside the catchment area of the station. But apparently the smart money is on sticking it underground. So if we roll it down to 20 below, we can stick our depot underground here, and it will continue working, which is awesome. I'm going to try it out next time I need it. I'm not going to try it out right now because I'll forget it's there, and I've got surface side depots working here already. But how nifty is that? That's kind of a killer idea. So there we go. That was me remembering it. I will use it in the future. Now, as you can see here, oh, is he finished? Am I even looking at the right thing? I think he's finished. I think it's done. That's good. Cool. I must have another depot here then. I'm pretty sure I have, or I intended to put one down, or is he just not unloading? Okay, he's not unloading. Right, cool. Stop that train. No, come to... Let's do it this way. Remove that train. Alright, cool. So, that's him fully loaded up. Well, him? Stations now human as well. I suppose they are. So that's that district now fully loaded. This district's fully loaded. This is all good. This is all positive stuff. And we're trying to build up this area with goods if possible. Oh, it's doing it. Don't tell me the depot's closed. As mentioned in another previous episode, trains will always pick up from the nearest source to the station. And here it really should be this factory, but for some reason they're picking up from the depot rather than the factory. So when they drop off, they should drop off at the depots. When they pick up, they should pick up from the factory, and they're not doing that, and that's a bit annoying. So the only way to deal with that really is to move the goods out of this depot or move it further away. Let's quick pause. Let's remove that depot. Alright, and then because we've got another one here anyway, that should fix the problem. So that's now dropped off over there. The next one comes in. Here's the test. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's another thing to keep an eye on. And now that this is actually building up a decent sized stock of goods, we should see a little bit more growth. We should see a bit more growth. Actually, can I get some road along here? The answer to your question is no. There we go. We can get some in there, though, and that will do. Just want to give people a place to build. And then at some point we'll probably do some kind of clever linking thing through here. Although that will potentially take some geoscaping jiggery-pokery there. Right, let's have a quick look at our finances. How are we doing? So we've got the best part of 18,000 whatevers they are living in our city now, which is good. How are we doing for power? Power's good, 171,000 of 240. Plenty of power to play with. And how are we doing this year? 71 million profit this turn, and an 83 million tax bill. Holy moly. But most of that is in property tax, which is where an awful lot of our profits are coming from. Well, actually, not that much. They're not. Okay, so the good news, however, look, railroad services are profitable, which is absolutely brilliant news. Because for a very long time we were running those in such a way that they weren't making us any money at all. No, the passenger services are all pretty good for making a couple of quid, but the goods services, by and large, we're just using to fuel extra growth in cities. Buildings are good. That's fine. We can live with that. All right, cool. Do I need to watch this for any longer? Power plants obviously making mega bucks, and we've got 39 million in subsidiary profits. Cool. All right, smashing. Look at this for a view. Look at it. I made that. All right, onwards. What have we got? Still not a great deal of growth here. Interesting. Although someone has decided they really wanted a little house over on this island here. I can't say I blame them, it's lovely. But, you know, they're going to get hemmed in. Now, what have we got going on over here? So far, 2 houses. Now, I've actually even built the station here as well. And I wonder if I were to start running passenger services on an irregular basis down in this direction, that maybe would spur things into life. I don't know. Anyway, you know, they've got no shortage of resources. What have we got going on here? A self-store, and then just a bunch of little houses going on. Tempting as it is, I'm not going to stick up a subsidiary there because it will just lose me money. So a wise individual has said to me that the whole purpose of running trains is to make your properties make money. And I mean, this is one of mine, and it certainly is doing. You know, there's definite money being made there, and of course I can sell that if I ever need to, if we get into dire straits. Some of these are mine as well. Don't know which, but some of them are. Actually, if I were to... What have we got? Line remove. Let's go to the bank and have a look. Real estate. Here we go. Materials, factories. None of you people make me enough money. You make me unhappy. However, you chaps more than make up for it. So, we're only running at a 3% profitability on the tidal plant at the moment, but you know what? That's okay, because... we've still got capacity for growth, so that's fine. So we own high-rise apartment 4, which is this big fella here. We also own apartment 2, somewhat more modest. What else have we got? Office buildings. Office building 6 is ours. Lovely. And then we've got high-rise building 3 here. Splendid, making a few bucks. I think. Oh yeah, we've got our cinema, which is. Where are you hiding? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the cinema's making some relatively decent money for me as well, and that's that's all really rather good. And we can sell those when we need to. I don't particularly want to at the moment, but you know, if a hefty tax bill ever comes in, I can do just that. Cool. All right. All of this is just, of course, killing time while we wait for our new areas to get a head of steam on them. What are you? Some kind of radio station, maybe. Interesting. Oh, I've not seen one of those. Right, yeah, so I'm not happy with the current setup. I'm not suggesting I'm going to bulldoze it or anything, but it's not the most sophisticated thing in the world, is it? Right, so what sort of passenger numbers are we actually running currently? Still a random sample here. Where are we? Tuesday. So there's a lot of 1500s, which is what we want to see. Where are we? Lunchtime-ish. We're looking at these chaps here. And then evening rush hour type traffic. You know, they're all doing at least half full on every trip they make. So they're making it, you know, making it. So look, yeah, they're still hovering around the 7 million mark. And that's because the amount of money we're making from passengers is dragging down, being dragged down, rather, by the amount that goods are setting us back. And all of this is being healthily undone by both factories and warehouses. Thank you, factories and warehouses. So warehouses only make money when someone takes those goods and builds something with them. Now, I could institute very easily our old goods shuttling regime, but I'm trying to get new stuff to build at the moment. I'm less concerned about the existing bits that are there. All right, what next? So we've pretty much filled this up. Now we could put our port in. How much is that going to cost me? It's not going to be cheap, is it? Is that what we want, or do we want a container port? Container port sounds like more fun. I thought we used this area because we'd scoped it out already as being a sensible somewhere that actually wanted to snap onto the coast. Okay, well, it's happy to go there. And my hope, of course, is that since we are close to the edge of the map, that we'll actually see some shipping action going on. Because all this trains and trucks and what have you is all well and good, but getting some ships going, that'll be fun. Come on, speak to me here. You said there. Okay, that's interesting. But this doesn't actually appear to have a radius of any description. Whereas this one most definitely does, which indicates to me... Come on, you flashed in the... Yes, I do want to place there. Interesting. Why would you... Oh, okay. Alright, let's do it. We could place that there. Although it's too far from the station, so we'd have to truck stuff around a bit. Oh, now it doesn't want to do it again. Interesting. Do we think this is a good idea, or do we think this is just a good way to throw money out of the window? It is basically another factory, and we don't have a factory shortage at this time. In which case, I think we answer our own question there. That's fishing harbour. Well, I must be able to give you something conducive. There we go. You could go out there and do a bit of fishing. The only question really being, yes, but why? Alright, no, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I think the solution to our slow growth here is going to be passenger services. So how am I going to make that work? Alright, passengers already run down the outside line here. We're going to want to run point to point. And herein lies the dilemma, of course, because we're running services in both directions already, and that's going to cause drama. All right, okay, so I'm going to wrap this one up here, but don't feel for a moment that this has been a wasted experience. We've got goods sitting all over the place now, so that means that growth is decidedly likely. And obviously that's what we're really driving towards. But I think I'm going to convert the loop into one loop and then one set of point-to-point services as well. So we'll run shuttle trains in both directions and maybe a clockwise loop staying put, and then the anti-clockwise doing nothing but point to point. It'll be interesting to find out. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching today. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will catch up with you next time, where we're going to do complicated things with trains. Thank you. Cheerio.